Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Joe and welcome back to the channel. Today we are bringing you the opening of the brand new Twilight Masquerade set. I'm super excited for this set and super excited because Pokemon Center finally sent me my ETBs on launch day, which means you guys get it. Unfortunately, it took a day, but here we are. There are some really cool new cards in this set, so I'm excited to go through that with you. So without further ado, let me turn on my light here. And we'll crack this open. Now I do have two ETBs. I've already opened one, which we'll get to here in a sec. Just really quick before we do, here is your code card. So that's one out of the way. Number two is obviously right here. And as I mentioned, there's a number of really cool cards in this set. I'm super excited for them. I honestly have not been following many other content creators and their openings of this set, so I don't know what to expect. Other than the fact that I know, I mean, this promo card is really freaking cool. They did a kind of like a new shiny pattern on it, which is different than what they've done in the past, where it's kind of like this snowflake almost kind of glitter, and so that's kind of neat. And then of course we have our dividers, our sleeves, and your other code card, ladies and germs. So let me clean all this up. Like I said, I have two of these. I've already unboxed one of them. I gave you both code cards, so that's all set. Let me move these out of my way here. Okay, let's see. Let's take a couple of packs and we'll go from there. Now, before we get started, I do want to apologize. I know that content on the channel has been a little bit spotty over the past couple of months. In fact, last month was the last time I posted. There is an update on the channel in form of a post, just kind of explaining what exactly happened. The long and the short of it is there's a lot going on here in my personal life. My wife and I just welcomed our first child in early April, so obviously that's been taking a ton of our time, and I just haven't had time to post. So in the next week you guys are going to see a ton of videos which I pre-recorded in preparation for the birth of our child. There were some things that happened and prevented me from posting them, but those will be dropping. I know it's a few months late. We have Paldean Fates, and also a few months late we have Temporal Forces. So those are going to be coming to the channel over the next week. You'll see that those will drop, which I think is really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoy that content. We are getting this out the day after Twilight Masquerade drops, so this is coming out on May the 25th. So hopefully that content is relevant to you guys. And then we're going to make some pivots. So I do have my Elite Pokeboxes, which I need to record videos for boxes 13 and 14. Believe it or not, we've been with them over a year. Shout out to Elite Pokebox. Those guys over there are fantastic. We're going to be then pivoting. I have a ton of Elestrals content coming. I need to open the Shattered Stars packs, which is a monthly subscription service. Similar to Elite Pokebox, a little bit different. Same kind of concept though, you get packs each month. So I have about 4 releases of that right now to open for you guys. And we have Frostfall coming. I also have a first edition booster box that I want to open. I want to see if we can get any of those stellar rare cards for Elestrals. So all of that is to come. In the meantime, another thing that's coming up, we are actually going to be moving house. So I don't know based on timing what's going to happen, but it is likely that I may delay the Elestrals content until we're in the new studio, aka my office, but I will let you guys know what's going on there. So with that being said, let's jump back to Pokemon and let's jump back to Twilight Masquerade. So I'm gonna skip all the way in the back here to the special rares, the illustration rares, etc. So there are some really cool cards that come in this set. I mean, I'm partial to any of these art rares here. The Poltergeist is pretty cool. The Dipplin is pretty cool art. I definitely like the Infernape and the Frostlass. If we jump to the next page, I would love the Eevee card. I really like some of the original Pokemon as well. So that would be a cool card to get. As with the Tatsugiri, I just love the colors there. Of course, that Greninja is dope. And I think, I mean, the Blood Moon Ursaluna, this Kieran card looks really cool. You know, I think some of those would be neat to pull. We'll see just how lucky we get. And then, of course, the gold cards. So, without further ado, let's jump into our first pack of Twilight Masquerade here on the channel. So like I said, I have yet to even really watch any of the other content creators open these. I've just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to. First and foremost, here is your code card. So enjoy that. And let's jump right into it. So we have Litwick, Poochyena, Palisand, Timber, Glimora, Poliwrath, Hassel. We have a Farfetch'd D. We have an Aron. And our first pack actually comes as a banger. We have a Palafin EX. So now we're going to see if my luck gets any better. Those of you, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but when you guys see me open Paldean Fates, you'll see that we get a ton of Palafins. So hopefully our luck pivots here a little bit and we get some other really cool cards as well. But I will not complain because it's always cool to get a hit right off the bat. Okay, so let's jump into pack number 2. Definitely leave a comment on this video, letting me know what your favorite card is from this set. There is your code card, so that we can see if there's any overlap. Slurpuff, Pinsir, ooh, cool art, Glaceon, and a Screamtail EX. Okay, 2 for 2. Ancient card here. This is just a regular rare, I believe. Okay, let's jump into the third set. So, I mean, so far these ETBs, which are normally hit or miss for us, has actually been pretty good. Let's continue on and see if that luck continues here. Third code card. Okay, we have a Mulga, Frogadier, Luminacy, Applin. We have an Iron Bundle, a Lucian, and a Darmanitan into a Sinistcha, Chandelure, and we just hit one of the chase cards that we have in the set, the Greninja EX. Look at that. Okay, we are 3 for 3. This ETB is poppin'. This card is a little off-center, left to right, but looks really cool otherwise. Love the Terra type here. Shinobi Blade, cool move. So that's awesome. So we are 3 for 3, which is like unheard of. So let's hope our luck continues here. That's awesome that we've already pulled one of the chase cards that we wanted. Keep it going. Our next code card. Now I must say, obviously there's a lot going on in my personal life. I'm super excited to be in our new house. And get all moved in, so I really cannot wait for that to happen. But obviously I'm excited for the opportunities that it's going to present, and an Enamorus as our holo rare that it's going to present for making content for you guys. In addition to the move, hopefully in the month of July sometime I'm going to be getting a new camera set up for the overhead camera, which will be awesome. And we'll see over time if we change anything with the face camera as well. I might invest some money there and get a better face camera, but we shall see, since this is a camera that I also use for work, since I do have a full-time job as well. Aridos. Ooh, an Ace Spec card, Hyper Aroma, into a Poltergeist, very, very cool, and an Asuian Arcanine as our holo rare. So that was a double banger. So we missed on the last set, or the last pack, but we got a double banger on this pack, which is pretty awesome. And again, another one of our chase cards with that Poltergeist. So let's keep it rolling here. How many more sleeves do I have? Do I have any more down here? Hopefully I do. You guys might have to give me just a second here, depending on how many more hits we get in this ETB. There we go. Darumaka, Corphish, Grookey, Helioptile, Aggron, Lefable, Cook. I will also admit I've been playing a ton of Call of Duty, so that's obviously taken away from you know, the Pokemon card openings and playing Pokemon, but I am super excited. There is a new version of Radical Red out, Radical Red 4.1. I've been watching some of the other creators that I follow play that, and I am super excited to play it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit different. So, you know, we've been doing kind of a, normal mode run, just dex nav, blah, 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 whatever. I think I want to do a legendaries and starters only. I think that would be really cool. Use the dex nav. Basically, the rule is that you can catch any legendaries and any starters that you want. The caveat being you can only have one of each, except for those that have multiple forms. So like Hoopa, for example, has multiple forms. Rotom has multiple forms, so those you can catch an equivalent of one of each of the forms. Ooh, Ogerpon EX into the Iron Leaves. But let me know what you think of that idea. If that'd be something that you're interested in watching, just throw a comment down on this video. I'd love to see that. And also, if there are other types of sets, Pokemon cards, or other TCGs that you think, would be cool to see on the channel, let me know. My focus, just so everybody knows, is Pokemon for the foreseeable future. But at some point, I may branch out and do some other things, but we shall see. Diplin, Heliolisk, Crawdont, and an Okidogi. Okay, so far we've hit more than we've lost on, which is pretty good. So we're just going to see if we can keep this momentum going here. There is the code card. And also let me know, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, I just don't remember if I've posted that video yet. That new announcement that Pokemon Company made about the collectible online game, where basically your focus is collecting their cards. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not sold on it. I think it's kind of an interesting idea. But, I know that NFTs for a while were a thing. I never really got into that. And I never really had much interest in it either, to be honest. So I don't really know that I'm interested in collecting digital versions of the cards because, is it fun? Of course, but collecting the physical items for me is so much more fun, and a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX. Okay, so we have our Wellspring Mask, and we have our Cornerstone, and then of course we have our Teal Mask in the promos. So this will round out our first ETB. Hopefully we can get this lucky with the second, because we do have two, but we shall see. There's the code card. We have a Helioptile, Finison, Caretaker, Limette, Chi-Yu, Lucky Helmet, Mightyena. We have a Lucky Helmet, a Chimecho, and another Enamorus. Okay. So, out of all of those, we only got 7 packs that had regular holo rares. And in those packs, we did end up getting hits. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 7 out of 11 packs gave us hits. So let's see if we can replicate that on this other ETB, and hopefully this luck continues. Now, as I've said in the past, if there are opportunities for me to collect what some shops call master sets, where I get one of basically every product that's released for a particular set, I may invest in those, but I think moving forward I'll probably stick to just these 2 ETBs. And ooh, that's actually a really cool Leafeon card. And then just buy singles, just because otherwise it gets very expensive very quickly to not get the things that you actually want. For example, Paldean Fates. I really wanted that Bubble Mew. I spent quite a bit of money on different packs and I never pulled it. So I'm just going to go and buy that card, I think. I did get a couple of other really cool cards, which I do Whatnot and Drip. I will shop there. Okay, Trevenant, Corphish, and Zapdos. That's a cool Zapdos card. Okay, so we're not starting off quite as nicely with this ETB as we did the last ETB. Let's see if our luck can change, or if we're going to continue to have our normal ETB luck. I hope it changes and we get better than average luck, but I would not be surprised if my luck continues this way, because as I've said in the past, ETBs for me do seem to be hit or miss. That's a cool Rillaboom card. In-house fan, we have a Lucky Helmet, an Infernape, ooh, and a Blood Moon Ursaluna. So not the version of this card that I am chasing, but a version of the card nonetheless, and a hit that I will take. So that's 1 out of 3 so far for this ETB. We'll see if our luck can continue the way it's started to go. There's your code card. Skarmory, that's cool. Applin, Snorunt, Lairon. We have a Brute Bonnet, Ancient, and Enhanced Hammer. Kilowattrel into Sinistcha. Girder. Ooh, Heat Tread. That's actually a really cool artwork. I like how that whole card hollow is hollow. Okay, that was a miss on that particular pack. Let's continue on here. The other thing I was thinking about is I might pivot to buying booster boxes, because booster boxes I think would also have just a better hit rate overall, because you're kind of guaranteed to get a certain number of things. But again, we'll see. Morpeko, Conkeldurr, Diplin, Ariados, Skarmory, and a Sinistcha Hollow. There is our code card. We're just gonna dump the energy really quick. We have a Chimchar, a Pinsir, Theon, Girder, Glalie, Ogre's Mask, Probopass, a Scolipede, Seeking, and a Frostlass. Okay. So this second ETB is a little bit more of a dud than the first. That's okay, though. We still have, I think, more than half the packs left to go in this particular ETB. Varoom, Wattrel, Volbeat, Goldeen, Community Center, Farigiraf, Brute Bonnet into a Diplin reverse, a Lairon reverse, and a Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX. So that is our first dupe of this set. Not a terrible thing, and another hit to add to the box. Or to the books, I should say. Code card. We're going to dump our energy, which is a Electric, Aron, Sandshrew, Chansey, Heracross, Loveball, Glamora, Helioptile. Ooh, Frostlass Art Rare into the Iron Leaves. Okay. So that is another of our chase cards here. Frostlass is a gorgeous card. I really love some of the artwork and the artistics that they're putting into these. Just like the styling of some of these full arts and art rares is phenomenal. Even some of the more, standard cards, your EXs and such, I think that they're doing a great job. Some of that. I wasn't a huge fan, I think, following 151, a couple of sets there, it seemed like they were repeating artworks, which I was not a fan of, but it seems like a lot of these are brand new. Dreepy, Feebas, Girafarig, Enhanced Hammer, Kilowattrel, Glalie, Venipede, Torkoal, into a Walking Wake. I love this Pokemon. Okay, we are down to our last 2 packs. Let's get some last pack magic. The second ETB, definitely not as banging as the first. But we've gotten a couple of our chase cards, which is really cool. Let's see if that can continue. Just going to dump our energy again, metal energy. We have a Tangela, a Clefairy, a Shinx, a Poltergeist, Ariados, accompanying Flute, a Slurpuff, ooh, a Survival Brace Ace-Spec, a Floette, and an Infernape. Okay. That is ramping us up. That's another hit. And last pack. Again, let's hope for some last pack magic here. We'll dump our energy again. We have a Corphish, a Grookey, a Finison, a Wattrel, Aggron, Clefable, Cook, Applin, Varoom, and our last card is a Hisuian Arcanine. So we're kind of hit or miss on that second ETB. We did get a number of hits though from that first ETB, and we did get a number of hits from the second one as well. We have both of these masked Ogerpons. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, so this is the one on the left is a full art. I didn't realize that. Okay, cool. So those are different cards. I'll take that. We got a Poltergeist. We have another Ace Spec here. We have a Greninja EX, a full art Palafin EX, and a Screamtail EX. So not too bad for 2 ETBs. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps me out a great deal and doesn't cost you anything. If you like this content, make sure that you hit that notification bell for all the notifications. Definitely make sure that you're keeping an eye on the channel. We have a whole bunch of really cool stuff coming. Again, apologies for the delay in getting some new videos out. We've got a lot going on, but I'm really excited to share this new adventure with all of you. So until next time, peace.